All right. We'd like to welcome everyone to the county commission meeting in Chester County tonight. It is a regular scheduled meeting, so we'll proceed with it. And the first item is call the vote.
Johnny Garner. Here. Jerry Love. Here. Larry Blackstock. Here. Al McKinnon. Here. Jackie Butler. Here. Tim Crow. Ann Moore.
Here.
Russell Clayton. Here. Buddy Richardson. Here. Jerry Henderson. Here. Sandra Hire.
Here.
Joseph Malera. Here. Barry Smith. Here. Diane Jordan.
Here.
Chris Simmons. Here. Terry Bell.
Here.
John Wells. Here. Mike Alexander. Here. 17 present, 1 absent.
Okay, thank you. We will proceed with the meeting. Next item is approval of minutes of the March meeting. Y'all got all over the mail, didn't you?
Move to approve. Second.
Motion made second. We give approval to the minutes of the March meeting. Any additions, corrections, or questions? If not, in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. I'd like to deviate from the agenda just a minute for me. We have a gentleman here that would like to address the commissioners. He is Mr. Charles Curtis. He's the executive director of the Tennessee County Commissioners Association, and he's got a little ways to go. So if it's okay with y'all, we're going to have him address y'all now, and we're going to business. Is that okay? Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. I won't take up just a few minutes of your time. As he said, my name is Charles Curtis. I represent you in Nashville. I represent all 95 counties. I represent the county commissioner. I'm your voice and your eyes and ears in Nashville. I try to keep you informed as much as I can. During the session, I'll send out weekly bulletins. A little bit of biographical information. I was elected to the county commission in my home county in '82 after serving a stint as the fire chief. There's one or two of you know that story. In '86, I was elected as county executive, and in '94, I was elected to Tennessee General Assembly and served there for 10 terms. And then I was hired for this position after I elected not to run again. This year, in the General Assembly, there was 3,864 bills and resolutions filed. You've got a board, it's 20-something members, all county commissioners that reviewed the legislation that was impacting counties one way or the other. They found 18 pieces of legislation they felt were going to benefit counties. Of those 18, 12 of them became law. They found 31 bills they were concerned were going to be detrimental to counties. And we worked hard against those, but 7 of them still became law. And we still got another year. We'll have to fight some of those battles again next year. Main reason I'm coming by, I've met some of you during COOP and some of you at regional meetings, but I know every commissioner can't travel and go to these meetings. And I want to get around and let you know I'm not some dignitary or some bureaucrat. I'm just an old country boy. And it's spent a lot of time in politics, 30-something years. Never did consider myself a politician. I always told people I was just a concerned citizen. But as county executive, as in the legislature, in my mind, I was always a county commissioner. So I'm in the perfect place for me right now. I want to share 2 things with you, and I'm going to leave. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I'll tell people when I went through my training, they trained me how to eliminate my problems. Well, I can't do that. I've got to handle them in a different manner. But I read something maybe 20 years ago that really benefited me, and it's a real short phrase, but it's very meaningful once you digest it. Speak well of your enemies, you make it. And once I read that, you're going to make enough enemies going through life, not trying. But we've got the opportunity sometimes when we get a debate with somebody or some kind of a dispute to leave where it's a salvageable relationship. You might become friends someday. You know, sometimes we draw a line, nobody will ever cross it. But we need to really be conservative about doing that. We don't need to make any more enemies than we have to. And the last thing I want to share with you is a biblical rule I go by. Is if you have to twist or turn the truth to get what you want, God's not in it. And if God's not in it, I promise you don't want no part of it. You may think it's all right for a season, but it won't last. But I appreciate y'all serving, appreciate you giving me the time to speak to you. I'm fixing to head east. But God bless you. Y'all have a very able.
God bless you too, thank you, sir. Okay, the next item is approval of quarter reports, starting with, and budget amendments, starting with the school system.
You've received a quarterly report and a copy of the budget amendments for this term. Is there any questions? Jordan?
Got any questions, Mark? Motion made, second, we approve the budget amendments and the quarter report is given by the superintendent. Any discussion, any questions? If not, in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you, sir. Next will be the highway.
Did everybody get a copy? Mine, forward. Question, I answer for you. What do you know about capital outlay? That's mine, here, not here. We got about good balance. Well, that's good, but I'm looking at it, all of that. That's my life. That's out. Yeah.
I know that Lofton Road. That Lofton, they tearing that road all
They pulled it up. Absolutely.
They responsible for that?
Yeah, part of it.
Letter, that part of it.
Yeah, we did. Well, you got two lots on there, back to talk to them. We trying to keep it past, they get through, because they don't need to go out there and do something else, they're gonna tear it up again.
I know this bump down where y'all put red rock in there, red wall.
You know, on this side, you got that pines on that, all that, they come out this way, but can't, I think it is. That road gets a pretty good beat.
I just wanted red rock.
Any other questions?
Jerry, some of your equipment's getting a considerable amount of age on it, and it's costing a lot of money to keep it up, am I correct in that?
Yes, we had options of sale back in the first part of the year. We sold a lot of old equipment that we didn't utilize in a while. We took up some dump trucks, and that, and other stuff, and made to them. Which I had some money here for equipment purposes, but I put that over here for me to do hard and city with. We got the stuff under, a lot of, what I call hundreds on the road. You work in it, breaks it up, and if you don't patch it, it just gets worse. That's what we had to do, is come in here and drop someone out one line and put another tank in that one, it's worse. Still got all that to do with front of it. I think 80 the road, the winter we had. And I'm gonna tell you folks, that's a lot more cars than what on those too. Big truck, little truck, all of it, you know. When we go out working on the road, you got to jump side ditches there with flat road. No matter what we have to do it, you know.
But to give the log trucks a lot of the blame, but I'm telling you, these big tractors, which they log trucks, that's what try to go down, they're not only heavy, they're half, your half too, you gotta get off the ditch to get by some of it.
Well,
I'm not fussing about it, but
you're right.
everybody wants to blame the log trucks, they are paying gasoline taxes.
Well, that's what I told you all the people. I'm not here to put them out there because I got to let them out with it. You know, I try to work with them. And some of them you talk to, they're pretty nice. But some of them slipping on you and make the mud road and they leave out. We don't figure out who them are. So, but you got one or two that's bad eggs. I believe in there.
Most of them are very responsible, taking care of other people's property, some are not.
That's right.
Thank you, Jerry, appreciate it.
Any other questions?
Move to approve the trustees report.
Motion made, second, we approve the report as presented by the road supervisors. Any further questions?
That includes the budget amendment.
That include the budget amendment, include the budget amendments too? Who made that motion?
I'll make it the budget.
You still got a second on that? Okay. Now then, questions? If not, fair to say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you, Jerry. Next will be the trustees report.
Leaving. Guess I'm supposed to stand here now? Away from you.
Stand wherever you want.
Oh, well, thanks. I didn't have any extra reports tonight. Did everybody get a report? Any questions, comments? Okay.
On the tax rate, 2013, we had 2% unpaid. 2014, we had 7% unpaid, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Well,
Is there a reason for that?
yeah, well, that's the reporting as of April the 29th. So we've collected the 2013 taxes for over a year now. And we have turned those over to the clerk and master's office. So naturally, they're going to be a lot lower, hopefully. But right now, we've just got 7% left uncollected for 2014. So we're in good shape.
There are some properties you're going to sell, is that correct?
Yes. So I'll give them away, one, we have to get part on that.
But I hope, does everybody understand that this time last year, when we were looking at 2012 and 13 taxes, the figures would have been about the same. Does everybody understand that? Any questions?
Probably this time next year, that 14 figure will be down there in that 3.4% rate. Hopefully.
Yeah, me too.
Money still coming in?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're still getting it. Going to be sending out delinquent tax mailing in the next 2 weeks. So trying to get it a little bit more in before June 30th. Kind of help our collections and help out the budget process a little bit. So, and then plus add that to the tax sale, and people realize, oh yeah, I need to go pay my taxes before I sell my property. So that's what we're looking for.
Any other questions? Motion made, second, we approve the trustees report as presented. Is there any further questions? If not, favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
County General.
Hello. Did everyone get a copy of the county general and the solid waste reports? We're running pretty close to right on the dot. I have some budget amendments tonight that will take care of some of that because there's money coming in from different sources, and we got to amend to get it back in the budget. Is there any questions on county general?
Move it be approved as statement.
Motion made and second, we give approval to the county general report as presented. Any questions? If not, favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you. On the second page, there's the solid waste quarterly report, and he's running about 3.5% under projected expenditures, so he's doing pretty good. If there's any questions on that, he's here tonight, I'll let him answer for you.
This doesn't pertain to this, I do have a question for you. I'll ask this question tonight. The ground up glass, is there any charge for people getting that?
No, it's not.
Just get all kinds of things.
I move with approve the budget amendment solid waste.
Second.
Motion made, second, we have approval to the solid waste report is presented, budget amendment. Any questions? If not, in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Did y'all also approve the county general budget amendments in that first motion?
Yeah, if you want to do that.
That'd be great. Yeah.
That's what they've been doing all the time.
Okay, you did that. Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have.
Thank you. There's one thing I forgot tonight, Steve Davis is with us tonight, acting in Blair Weaver's place. Blair's mother's in the hospital, so he wanted to tell y'all about that. The reason why he's not here tonight, because his mother is in the hospital, so keep them in your prayers if you would. The next item is a resolution for litter grant. I sent y'all a copy of that, didn't I? You have any questions on that?
Move to approve. Second.
Motion made, second, we approve the resolution for the litter grant. Is there any questions, comments?
That wasn't a match point grant, it was just a flat.
Do what, no, let's don't match it, grant. On any of these recycling grants, or anything, there's no matching funds on that, everything comes to the state. Any other questions? If not, do I hear a motion to approve it? Oh, you make it? Did you get a second on it? I'm way behind. I'll catch up by day after tomorrow, you'll bear with me. Is there any further questions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Next item is the resolution supporting the Keep America Beautiful organization in Chester County. You won't go that with me. You can explain that to them. Okay.
It's a resolution to promote Chester County and the recycling and waste reduction to keep the community cleaner and the appearance. Along with that, we get grants. Like I gave you a sheet that's got a recycling bin on it. There was 15 people that got those, and we were the only one in Tennessee that got 24 grants for our city parks. So that's just an example of if we join, what they'll give us. I have to apply for them, and it's quite a bit of paperwork, but it's worth it. Does anybody have any questions?
Move to approve.
Motion has been made and second. We give approval to the Keep America Beautiful resolution. Is there any further questions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Next item, I didn't have this resolution at the time. It's a resolution to apply for USDA Rural Development Grant. This had to be in April 1st. I talked to them about it. I said our commission doesn't meet until May the 11th. They said go ahead and send it in, then get y'all approval on this grant. All this is there's no matching funds to this. It's just a small amount of money. It'll average, it probably goes somewhere between $15,000 and $25,000, which we can put back in the fund to help pay for the what money we've taken out to pay for our sidewalk improvement fund. So all I need is permission to do this, and I've already done it.
Make a motion with approve resolution. Second.
Got a motion second to approve this resolution. Is there any further questions? The reason why I did it because they told me to do it, so the reason why we didn't do it. If we didn't, we couldn't have got the money, so. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. The next is a resolution to allow the road supervisor to grade church cemetery roads. We've been asked about this several times. I called the controller's office last week, I guess it was. They told me that they had just gone over this with the county, another county. And as long as the county commission gives him authority to do that, he can do it. Now, what I'm talking about, maintaining the roads, is grading the roads. If you need a load of gravel on there or something like that, put the gravel on there. Be no asphalt, no tar and chip or anything like that. A lot of our cemetery roads used to get this, and but But we need to get it, do it legally, and that's what he has to have in order to do that.
I'm making a motion to approve that.
Motion made, second, to approve a resolution of the road supervisor creates, church cemetery roads. Is there any further questions?
We should wait on that legal.
What does Jerry think about it?
He said he didn't mind doing it. As a matter of fact, he wants to sit that we've been asking about.
Wayne, Carroll Cemetery out there a few years ago, I guess it was Mr. Weaver, so nobody had been buried out there for several years. They died in the wintertime, you had to go out there and fix it up so they would get that out in there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
This point is just affect me, so that's the reason that's mayor, Greg Dawson, this point is affect me is, if anybody else feels it, it won't be, none of y'all will be me, so I appreciate y'all having me.
Is there any other questions?
Mr. Mayor, did we not, might have to look it up, a few years back, did we not pass a resolution pertaining to keeping properties up? There's at least three that's pretty jumped up the yards. And one, as a matter of fact, that Jerry, I noticed did a little mowing so you can see there's this corner lot getting a little damaged.
I don't know for sure if it was or not. I can check on it and see, but if it's not, we need to get one. They stuff going up everywhere. We need to get cleaned up some way, somehow, because you're talking about Lofton Road, drive off on some side of the road sometime.
Go out to Stewart Road.
Stewart Road, Endo Road out through there. Certain fellow around buying a bunch of property and selling it. So, anyway, we've got matter of fact, that's gonna be your next project, Mr. Phillips, is seeing what we can do about that. Glad you brought that up, and I'm gonna bring that up, I forgot.
I think we brought that up in the last session, not the last session, but before you.
You may, I mean, we can go back and check the minutes to see if there's a resolution in there, can't we?
I think that, has to go through the health officer, something like that, to get stuff cleaned up.
I don't think so. The only way the health office does anything is if it's detrimental to the health of people.
For sure, that's what we were told about 6 years ago.
Yeah,
They might as well do that, have one got something to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we've got a fellow sitting over here can find out, I'm pretty sure, so we're gonna turn it over to him. Maybe we'll have a report for you either in June or July, next meeting, okay? Thank you. Did we vote on that?
No, sir.
Is there any other question? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The next item is approve the Chester County Equalization Board. And Ms. Morgan has told us today, everybody can accept that. The ones that's on there now are Manly Harden, Billy Schultz, Bill Trice, Bobby Ruth, and Jimmy Womble. That's all I mean.
Move to approve.
Motion made, second, we give approval to the Equalization Board as presented. Is there any questions on this? Next year, she may want some volunteers on this thing. I don't know for sure, being it's a portion of your appraisal year. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Does anyone have any other business to come before the commission at this time? If not,
Can you give us a report on the progress of the sale of the nursing home?
we'll try to have all that finished up either this month or in June 1. We've got to get surveyed, all deeds and everything fixed with that. Does anyone else have anything? If not, it's charge the district.
We have 6, Your Honor. Janet Lynn Carroll, Ronnie Gary Jr., Tiffany Lynn Jones, Jennifer West, Doug McCaskill, and Kenita S. Baker.
Move to approve.
Motion made, second, give approval to charge the districts as presented. Is there any question? If not, in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Being there no other business, I hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.